Hello Anna, congratulations for Columbia University class of 2027. And hello, Anna, please can you introduce?
Hi everyone, I'm Anna Zeuva. I'm from Reno, Nevada, a state in the United States. We're really close to the famous Lake Tahoe, which is really, really beautiful, especially during the summer. And I'm going to be majoring in mechanical engineering at Columbia, and I am really excited to do so soon.
Okay, interesting. And Anna, you mentioned that you are a drone pilot. So, what is the meaning of drone pilot?
Yes, so before I'm dual enrolled at the University of Nevada, Reno. So I take high school classes there for dual credit. And through that, I joined the Aerospace Engineering Club, and there was an opportunity to get your drone license. So I took a class online for free, thankfully, through the Reno Air Races, and I got a little certification which allows me to pilot drones. And I haven't yet done anything specific with this, but at Columbia University, there's research I want to do with this drone license.
Okay, interesting. I love that. And Anna, what about your schooling, high school grades, GPA, etc.?
Yes, so for grades wise, I have a 4.0 GPA, 5.7 weighted, and I've had all A's but one B, and I take all my classes dual enrolled. So like I said a few seconds ago, I take all my classes at the university or the local community college, but I get high school credit for them. And I have really good grades. And for my SAT score, I have a 1470, and I took it twice and got the same score. My ACT score is not that good, so I won't mention it here.
Okay, okay. Yeah, it's okay. And Anna, what about your extracurriculars? Like what extracurriculars you mentioned in your profile?
Yeah, so before freshman year, during freshman year I ran cross country, I swam competitively on a team. I played the trumpet in both jazz and regular concert bands, so I put those all on there. I also do research at the University of Nevada, Reno Multiphysics Lab, which is I really enjoy it, so I put that definitely on there. I had a leadership position at the Aerospace Engineering Club at the University of Nevada, Reno, which I put on there, and that's all I can recall off the top of my head. Yes.
Okay, amazing. And you also mentioned in your profile like you are a bipolar advocate. So what like some students are unaware about what is like advocate or bipolar advocate. So please explain what is the meaning of bipolar advocate.
Yes, definitely. So I have bipolar disorder and it's rather difficult to live with, and I was diagnosed more recently. So I'm trying to spread the word about this mental condition as much as I can to lessen the stigma most mental health conditions have at this time. And I haven't done any specific work with this position. I hope to grow more into this role as I enter Columbia in the fall. But so far, I've given my valedictorian speech, and I had the speech be about bipolar disorder. And it's just such an important topic to me. I really hope to push more into it and help more others with it in the future.
Yeah, exactly. And I also believe that you are doing great because like helping like polar disorder pupils, it's a like great thing, and I appreciate that. So thank you for doing that. And what about your like essays? Like any advice for essay writing?
Well, the biggest advice I would say specifically on essays is to start early because overall, counting all the essays I wrote 50 essays in total. And again, that's a lot of essays to write. So my big suggestion is to start early. So I started the summer before senior year. I started seeing the supplements pop up. I did them all. I wrote my Common Up essay junior year. So again, start as early as possible. That's my biggest advice for essays.
Yeah, exactly. Because like many students are thinking that okay, I will complete my whole essays in just 1 or 2 days. So it's a biggest myth. Okay, so just start as soon as possible. Don't just be a zombie like last day or before 1 or 2 hours. You are just like typing your whole essay at the last moment. So just start as soon as possible. And Anna, what about your like family? Like, can you share about your family? There is any part in your success of your family members?
Yeah, definitely. So I'm an only child and we're immigrants. So it's such a big thing that my parents came from another country here to support me, and I'm so grateful for that. And yes, my family is everything to me, and they've supported me every single step of the way. So again, I'm really, really grateful for what I've been given.
Okay, interesting. And what about your like? You also mentioned that you have honors in I think SWE Advance Award. So what is the SWE Advance Award? Can you explain?
Of course, yeah. So SWE or SWE SWE, it's the Society of Women Engineers, and we have local chapters, and there are multiple awards you can get. I earned two awards. So one of them was in high school for pursuing STEM to the extent I could, which is the research and taking advanced classes, and the SWE Advanced Award or SWE Aspire. I don't remember which one, but the second award is for graduating with an associate's degree. And this May, I graduated with two associate degrees at the community college. I graduated with the Associate of Math and Associate of Engineering.
Okay, okay, totally makes sense. And what about internships? You also mentioned that you participated in some internship in University of Naboda. So what about that experience?
Yeah, so I do research at the University of Vaterino Multiphysics Lab. And there we have a flapping fish robot, and it's just a robot that we put in a tank of water, and it flaps. And as it flaps, we observe the vortices created around the
Okay.
spirals because those vortices created show how much power is lost to the fluid. And we're trying to minimize those vortices by adjusting parameters in our design. So I've been doing that research for 2 years and I really enjoy it.
Okay, interesting, interesting. Makes sense. And what about your AP exams? Like how many APs you take, and like how did you prepare for that? So AP exams.
Yes, so I took 4 AP exams. Freshman year, I took AP Computer Science Principles. I earned a 4 on that exam. And sophomore year, I took AP Calculus BC, AP Physics C Mechanics, and AP European History. And I earned 5s on all those exams. So those are all the APs I took. And junior and senior year, I took classes dual enrolled at the university instead of AP exams.
Okay, interesting, amazing. And what about ACT? Like you previously mentioned that, so what is the ACT score?
Yeah, my SAT score, I have a 1470, and I took it twice. I got the same score, but in one of the exams, my math was higher, and the other one, the English was higher. So I super scored it to a 1490, and it was a difficult exam. So for me, the SAT was more difficult than the calculus exam for AP because I'm not sure why. I mean, the SATs are difficult sometimes. And again, my biggest advice for these exams is to start studying early. So what I would say is start studying as early as possible. Try to take it maybe even before junior year. Take the SAT ones, take the ACT ones, see which tests you get higher on, and then study really, really hard and get the best score possible you can on your chosen exam. That's what I would say.
Okay, totally makes sense. And what about like practice? There is any like specific platform or any specific thing you used during practice for your SAT exam?
Yeah, definitely. To practice for the SAT exam, I printed out practice tests from collegeboard.com. They have about 8 practice tests available. You can just print them out, and I would suggest taking those practice exams as much as you can. And I did a section a day for like a few months. I got through the all 8 tests, I believe, in about a month. And by taking all these different practice sessions, you can see which problems you get wrong. And when you get a problem wrong, mark it down and then re-evaluate it and see why you got it wrong.
Okay, okay, totally makes sense. And how many universities you applied for, and like on the what basis? Like why you choose Columbia? Any specific reason?
Well, I chose Columbia specifically because my dream was to live in New York City. I've always wanted to be there, and my original plan was to go to any university or the most affordable one, and then move to New York City after. So with Columbia, I just have it in the bag because I get to go straight to New York City, and I'm beyond grateful for this. So I chose Columbia because of New York City, because of financial aid, and because of the specific programs and research they have, which I'm really excited to be part of. And overall, I applied to 17 schools. 7 of them were more safety schools to see if I would get a good scholarship, and sadly I didn't. That's okay though. And I applied to 10 big name schools, like Ivy Leagues and Ivy adjacent.
Okay, amazing, amazing. I love that. And like when you are searching for universities and university list, so many students have priorities to get some full financial aid, or some have their academic or major related stuff. So what is the main factor that like you choose Columbia or those universities? Any specific point or reason?
Yeah, well, I have a lot of different reasons. I mean, some of them were more shallow than others. So, for example, I chose Duke because I really like their architecture, which is I know that's not the best reason, but there are a lot of other reasons I chose to apply to say Duke. But let's see, when I was looking, I toured a few universities, but ultimately the ones I applied to, I didn't tour, so that wasn't a big factor for me. I would say when you're picking your schools, definitely look at the financial aid, but apply anyway. Like my biggest thing I would say is if you're in the financial position where you can apply to more, apply to as many schools as you can, or not as many schools as you can, but apply to a greater amount of schools because you never know. It's practically a lottery. What got me into one school might have kept me out of another. So it's really, really random. I would say choose a big list of schools, and again, if it's possible financially, apply to more schools. And to choose, I would definitely look into the programs, look into the areas you want to be in, and a big thing, think about where do you want to live after college. Because if you go to a university in the location where you want to live, it'll be easier to find job opportunities. So I would look into those.
Yeah, totally makes sense. I agree with that. And like university, you can say that another home, so where you have to spend your next 4 years. So like choosing university is always crucial, you can say that. So I love that you shared your experience about choosing universities. And Anna, any future plans, like you have any kind of future plans after getting into Columbia University, like okay, I will do that major, I will start researching on that particular that stuff. So any plans, any future plans?
Absolutely not. No, I'm keeping my mind open so I can go to Columbia, see what resources I have, and then figure it out from there. I'm not going to constrain myself for any plans just yet.
Okay, amazing, like that. Because like it's a journey, not a race. So like just enjoy the journey, and after getting into Colombia, so just experience everything, like all subjects, and like make friends and everything. Then you can decide your future plans. Like okay, I love physics compared to chemistry, so I have to choose physics. So I love that. So like Anna, anything about your whole application, like what is the most difficult part of your application?
The most difficult part of the application process for me specifically, aside from the waiting, that was really difficult, but the SAT was the hardest for me. And I know not that's not going to be the same for you. I know for me, the easiest were the essays because I really enjoyed writing them. The hardest was the SAT because I simply couldn't get that score up no matter how hard I tried. So the SAT was definitely the hardest.
Yeah, exactly. And like most of the things you shared, and we also have another thing, like just a minute. Okay, so you also worked as a food server in I think Buenos Grill. So what was the experience?
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. I worked at Buenos Grill as a food tour, like you said, and it was really fun. I worked as a cashier in the front, so when people came up, I took their orders, served them their food. It taught me a lot about customer service, about showing up when the going gets tough, and about, well, this sounds so cliche, but it taught me about hard work in general, and building that work ethic is really important early on. And but also really importantly, by working there, I was able to earn enough money to apply to my full list of schools, which was really important to me.
Okay, interesting. And what about your like high school? Like when you are in high school, so like you thought that okay, one day I will got into Columbia University. So any story about high school?
Well, it's funny because I was at the university the entire time, so I was taking all my classes at the university or the community college, and I mean, I do have some friends in high school, but most of my friends are in their 20s, they're going to college, so I don't have too many high school stories. But funny enough, they called the police. Like when I got into Columbia, I was screaming so loud they called the police on me because they thought I was getting murdered. So that was pretty funny. Yeah.
Okay, okay, interesting. I love that. And I think like first of all, congratulations again for Columbia University. And I think your future is bright, and you are a genius student, I can say that. And you will like do something impactful for the world. And currently you are doing as a bipolar, I think bipolar advocate. So that's also an impactful thing. So anything you want to share with the students, like any tip or advice, anything?
Any tips? Yes. So let's see. First of all, I would definitely say time management is really important. And I know I don't want to be preaching to the choir here, but what I do every day, I learned this from Cal Newport, my favorite author. So there's an app I have on my phone, and there over here you have your whole calendar of your day, and block out hours of your day. Like block out an hour for waking up, block out like 30 minutes for showering, just block out every hour of your day. And it doesn't have to be just for work. I mean, block out an hour for fun, or block out an hour for, or not an hour, but like hopefully 9 hours for sleep at most, right? Block out your time so that way you know what you're doing every part of your day, so you don't slink into bad habits or activities that don't bring you joy, because it's really easy to do that when you're not conscientious of how you spend your time. Also,
Yeah.
again, I would really like to reframe that when you're applying to college, start early. Start early on the SAT, start early on the essays, start as early as possible to give you the best, to make you in the best position you can be.
Yeah, so start yearly as possible, and time management, those two points are like too crucial and too important for college application. And I'm also agree with that, because like if you know how to manage your time, how to like when you have to take SAT classes, AP classes, your academics and everything, so you can easily manage everything. But if you have a everything is you don't know about when you are studying for AP exams and nothing, so it's too difficult for students. So thank you for sharing those tips. And any advice for students who don't have any information or don't know how to start their college application and they want some guidance, so any advice?
I would definitely suggest looking at nonprofits, because there's so many nonprofits out there that can help you, like this one that we're recording through right here. So please check out some nonprofits. Those can be really helpful for you.
Yeah, because like I know many students, they are like investing or paying thousands of dollars for counselors and some institutes and coachings, and end of the day it's not worth it, because nowadays everything is available on the internet and you just have to check out. So I strongly suggest to everyone, just do some research and just connect with some non-profits. And now there are lots of non-profits, you can say that, like or cross the sky limits, where you can find all study materials and everything. And Anna, if any student want to connect with you and want to get some guidance from you, and whose dream university is also Columbia, so how they will reach you?
I have a LinkedIn. Just look up my name on Zeuva on LinkedIn, and hopefully you'll find me. Hopefully you'll find me. I have a side profile photo, and I have a
Yeah.
drone pilot and bipolar advocate in my bio, so that will be me. And I will be, again, I'll be attending Columbia, so that'll be my name. I only have
Okay.
LinkedIn. That's the only social media I have, so please contact me there.
Yeah, I love that. So after this interview I will put the link of your LinkedIn in the description. So if any student have any doubts and want to clear your doubts and everything, so just connect with Anna. She will too you can say that too kind and beautiful or soft hearted. She will definitely help you. So thank you, Anna, for helping us. And Anna, anything in the last you want to share?
And last, again, just start early. Please start early. It'll save you so much anxiety later on. Start early.
Yeah, definitely, I'm also agree with that. So thank you, Anna, and all the best for your future. Yeah, like it's just starting, I think, because your journey is started after getting into Columbia University. You have to shape your whole character from the beginning, because I know many students like they love you can say that astronomy in the high school, but after getting into university they choose different field and they started their whole journey from the beginning. So all the best for your journey, and thank you. Bye bye.
Thanks. Bye.